definitely. Digital era transform the things. Like I give you an example in Haryana. We have an e-office here. The files are processed through the computers, the software e-office Haryana. Uh, Right from the lower executive, like from the LDC clerk to higher executive. The files are processed through the e-office software. So I can give you other another example. The social media platform. We are using social media platform in government setup. Like we have in a department, we have government setup. The orders will be passed. Orders will be communicated. I can't say that passed. Communicated easily through social media. The WhatsApp group, the Twitters. It can really transform the things, and the chains and the loopholes which are earlier exist are plugged now. But definitely digital transformation, digital usage is a part of thing. The security issue related to this is also a part of thing. So I think the digital things are taking place in Haryana or in executive, but mainly there are some security or confidential issues are also involved in that. See, my working is 80% public. In a department's set of rules, procedures, we are bound to display all the instructions, government instructions, all our work orders, all our steps which are going to benefit the public to be put up on the website, to be put up on the district website, to be displayed on the public boards. So 80%, 90% works are definitely in the public domain, and under the domain of the RTI. But there are some confidentials like 5 to 10%, some law and order issues if arises, some conflict arises, some sensitive issues if in administration arises, then definitely we have to keep it confidential to balance the things, so that if we can get it public, then definitely it will lead to chaos in the life of public. We are very much synchronized. Like the government starts from the ACS level, additional chief secretary level, and government ends to the lower divisional clerk. So mostly the ACS instructions and the government orders are synchronized and directed to lower level of bureaucracy. Regular communication in administration is there in Haryana. I'm talking especially in Haryana, and rest other states I'm little bit not aware of that. But in Haryana, regular communications are there, regular meetings are there, and regular uh, change of commands is there, regular exchange of views are there. So we are very much synchronized, because the reason because of this is that our common goal is of public service. The AC, the goal of the higher echelons is also public service, and the lower echelons is also public service. There are some issues involved in that, like sometimes the field problems are not taken up at particular level, so we flagged at appropriate level, and these field problems are plugged on day by day. This word Babu is since we got independence, that is associated to bureaucracy. But in 21st century, my take-up is that the bureaucracy will change itself and identified as a public servant. We are civil servant. We are the servants to the public. And the second, you think that this is second you answer your question is that it is professional service. Definitely it is a professional service associated with public goals, public life. And in private sector, there are some goals assigned to the benefit of that corporate sector, and this our goal is to benefit, our goal is to make the life easy to the public. So professional service associated, the common goal is of public service. Definitely there are some demands basis on the reservation, on the basis of financial status and gender. I don't think that reservation is needed at the upper level. Like in the higher echelons of bureaucracy, the performance should be a measurement. So my take up on that, reservation is just for the first step for those underprivileged section of society which needs to be pulled up. But at the upper level, reservation should not be exist, while the performance parameters should be there so that everyone can participate and everyone can compete with each other for the common goal. My viewpoint is that along with officers, the lower executive should also be made more competent, like through regular training, through regular target fixation, through regular performance parameters. We have to devise regular goal settings. We have to incentivize to the public servants, like incentivized for a common goal, incentivized through promotion, incentivized through additional increments. So we can devise different methods for making the officer more competent. Along with that, the ethical training, along with that, the moral training should be there, and regular training and methodological approach will change the behavior of the public servant and set their tune for the common goal of the public service. There are definitely different initiative I'll take. I took recently sanitation plan when I joined as a district municipal commissioner in Bhiwani. Yeah. The condition of the sanitation in Bhiwani is not appropriate. I prepare a sanitation plan. Along with that, the wards to be fixed with different safai darogas. We have safai darogas, or you can say sanitary inspectors. There are 20 safai darogas. We assign safai darogas to different wards. We prepare material recovery facility. We distribute different dustbins, like there are blue dustbin and green dustbin to different households, so that source segregation will work in that manner. We also issues one helpline for the sanitation issues. We have Swachh Haryana portal. Any citizen can click the garbage or uncleaned road and put up on that Swachh Haryana portal. It will be cleaned within 6 hours, and we have sanitation helpline which is working 24 hours. The second initiative I'll take, that light conditions. Normally in the councils, it's a small council. Normally in the councils, these activities not to be taken up. These are the corporation works more efficiently as compared to councils, because the council is less resource based and the incentives we less take in the councils. So light plan, we prepare a light plan. We issue a light helpline. Any citizen can call on that. Exact locations will be messaged on that, and within 24 hours the street light will be repaired. The third thing is that the bioremediation of legacy waste. I facilitate the bioremediation of legacy waste, which is, since the Bhiwani is suffering from that. There's a Dadri road on Bhiwani Dadri road. We have a large dump waste ground, and the remediation tender will facilitate. Now the work will start as in the coming months also. The third thing is that the PM Swanidhi, Bhiwani is performing in the low performing districts. We regularly interact with the bankers. We regularly interact with lead district managers. We incentivize the street vendors for PM Swanidhi. Now the Bhiwani is medium performing district. Along with that, I also try to mention or like to mention that Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. In Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Bhiwani is top and leading district in Haryana.